Hello fellow Clashers, this is Wade from 2DBD bringing you a brand new video series and something I've always wanted to do. It's something that Potty Meat and I have talked about a lot, because you watch these video series on from Jake and Powerbang and Ash and Galadon, and they always show these amazing 3-star attacks, and you've never seen the mess ups. And so I want to show you what not to do in Clash of Clans so that you can be a better attacker, which is very important in my opinion. So we're going to bring up our war log and show you our last war log. If you watch our recap, you see that we lose by 2. So we come here and we're going to show you a few attacks that we messed up on. And these are all first attacks except for me. So I'm just showing you I am not perfect. I do mess up. I mess up a lot. And so here we go. I'm going to show you this replay. And I'm going to pause it first. That is a dead space in the middle of that base right there, okay? And so I'm thinking I'm going to drop a golem in my Valks and they're going to tear everything up. But it doesn't go that way. And so I wind up with, I think it was 91%. So we'll just show you how the attack went. I didn't have my Archer Queen. I 3-starred my first attack and I didn't have my Archer Queen, so. But there's 2 bombs right there at that wizard tower, and I'm trying to set them off, and it just does not work, and it makes me so mad. So I wasted 4 hogs on that. I had 20 stinking hogs, and I think that would have made the difference. But you see, I drop a heal, drop my Valks, start tearing everything up with my Barb King 2. But my Valks, they go for a walk. They don't go towards the Archer Queen, which was frustrating. They go over to this side. But they're taking out some stuff. Here come my hogs. And you see they're still running through. Still running. Take out the X-Bow. Those X-Bows are tough to deal with now. They're so powerful. And I'm trying to wait to save my heals. So here come my hogs over. I drop my heal here. I'm going to set off this first bomb. There go 3 hogs. And I set off the second bomb. And there goes some more hogs. They're getting healed up, but I just lost 6 hogs to spring traps. And so I dropped my heal up here. I think I dropped it a little too far to the right. My hogs start getting tore up a little bit now. So, tearing everything up. I think I only got 2 left, and there goes the heal. So at this point, I've got 4 defenses left and nothing but wizards. So that's not going to work. So we're going to speed it up. And as you can see, dropping in that murder hole does not work. That does not always fly at Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 9. You can get away with that at Town Hall 8, but don't do that. That was dumb. I should have attacked from one side and then come in, maybe from here, from over here with these defenses and taking out one side of the those giant bombs, but I didn't. So here I go. 91% 2-star. That was a waste of an attack. So don't do that. Don't drop if you're a Town Hall 9 and they've got an opening in the middle of the base. Don't drop hogs in there. Or don't drop your stuff in there. That's dumb. So our next attack is Tony the Terrible, who did a great job with his cleanup. But we're going to look at his first attack. And he does a Govajo. And this is something Tony struggles with. Drops his golems here. And he lures out the CC. But what he doesn't do, you see, it takes him forever to drop his wizards. So his golems are all but taken out at this point. So he has no more tanks to take out. That's where you got to lure out that CC first and then drop those tanks. And drops his Valkyries to help with the cleanup. But by this point, it's kind of moot. So he runs in his hogs a little bit over here. He's still got 2 heals. He does get 50%, so he does get 1 star. But that's something to remember, guys. If you're fighting if you're doing a Govaho and you've got golems, you have to protect those golems. Those golems cannot protect themselves. So just keep that in mind when you're planning your attacks. If you're worried about, I worry about that CC, especially if they're air dragons and balloons and stuff like that. You have to get them lured out, because if you don't, those giants are just gonna, or the golems are just gonna get tore up, and then that's gonna be it. So he's got one Vault still running around the edge. I think this is where she gets taken out. Yep. So that's the end of that attack. Protect those golems. That the funnel is as much protecting your golems as anything. So our next attack is Bear J 0016, and this is his first attack, and he does a hog attack, and I think he does a quad quake go-ho, and I think he falls into the same trap that Tony the Terrible does, which is he lets his golems get in there and get killed before his kill squad gets in there. See, here comes his golems. Wizards. See, his wizards are funneling right now. So that's a problem for him. They're still creating a funnel. And here comes a dragon and 2 balloons. Well, that you can't take. That's... Balloon only has to drop a couple of times to take out some golems, especially with the dragon blowing on them. So his golems are gone at this point. So his tanks are gone. And then another thing he does not do is he does not anticipate double bomb placement, which is what eats him up right here. So he's taking out these defenses, and then these hogs funnel right in to a double giant. Boom. There goes. There's his hogs are all gone. He had 24 of them, and they're all gone. Now, luckily, he was able to take out the clan castle, but you can't let your hogs get taken out like that. That's just... you have to anticipate double giants, and then you have to anticipate... You have to plan to save your golems and protect them, because they can't defend themselves until all the defenses are taken out. So just keep that in mind, guys. Our next attack is Tackhammer's first attack. And Tackhammer went after the same base that I did when the first video I showed you. That sucker hole right there in the middle. And he messes up here because he drops a couple of barbs to lure out the CC. But what happens is these barbs don't pull everything out. And so I think it's 30 archers, which is tough when you can't have these troops, archers and stuff like that, when you're doing these lava loon attacks, because as you'll see, these archers come out and just rip these balloons a new one. So here comes, I mean, gosh, that might have been 15 archers, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you combine all of those attack points, they just tear everything up, taking out balloons and stuff. And I mean, Tackhammer was obviously very frustrated by these attacks. So took out all of his lava hounds, his balloons got stuck, and I mean, at that point, that's all she wrote. He'll get a few, I think he hits 50% maybe, but it's just, everything's getting taken out. The air sweeper's blowing his balloons and stuff. I mean, he left up 2 air defenses. Archer Queen's getting shot at. Let's speed it up. I think he gets to 50%. Yeah, he gets 50%. So he gets a star, but it's just, it's tough at that point. Archer Queen's gone. And he's just got minions and a pup flying around shooting stuff, which they're about to get taken out there. So you got to make sure you lure out the whole CC. Don't lure out half of it, because if you just lure out, if there's 30 archers and you lure out 10 of them and there's still 20 of them in there, they're going to light everything up. They can take out a golem super easy. So our next attacker is Pentagon, and Pentagon does a quad quake go-ho, and he brings poison, which is fine. You know, that's okay. But what happens is he lets the golem get killed here. So boom, that golem's gone. Once again, you have to save that golem. You have to protect him. You can't just let him run in the base and get taken out. It's not good for him. He can't survive. So what happens is he winds up not taking out the CC. So there's still 5, 6 wizards running around. Well, your hogs are gone at that point. They're just going to tear everything up. They're just going to follow him around the base, shooting them. He finally drops that poison, but they run out of the poison, and so they're just firing on these hogs. Doesn't have a heal left, and they're pretty much gone at this point. So that's what happens here. Is he just lets he just doesn't kill the clan castle, and that's very, very important. And then he's just a little bit of attacking here and there. That's where you hope they can take out the clan castle, but that ain't going to happen. So, one more attack, and this is Great Scott, who's a good attacker. He just had a rough attack on this one. We're going to come down here, and we're going to look at his first attack. And Great Scott does a dragon attack. And it's not a terrible attack, but what he does is, this is what not to do. Drops his lightning spell on the wrong place, and so he doesn't get direct damage to that air defense in order to be able to drop that earthquake. So you see he drops his earthquake, and it doesn't take out that air defense quite yet. So he has to drop another one, so all of his spells are gone. All he has is, he has 7 dragons, 5 level 2 hogs, and a golem, which is okay. He gets kind of close. I think he gets 80% on this attack. It's just, it's not going to work at this level. You got to do way better than that. So here come the hogs. Another thing he does is he does not get the CC lured out before he drops his hogs. So this dragon and balloon just puff on them and they're gone. As you can see here, he has some level 5 hogs, I think, in the clan castle, which is nice, but that's not going to work. You have to have those. You have to have those level 2s in front of those in order to work. So he winds up leaving 2 air defenses up, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit. And those air defenses just wreak havoc on those dragons, as you can see. I think they get that one taken out. But at that point, he's not going to get that last one taken out, and all the rest of the defenses are going to take it out too. So they're cleaning up those dragons. Just a little quick what not to do. Protect those golems. They can't protect themselves. And then you have to take out the CC, and then make sure you're dropping your lightnings where you're planning on doing it. So, all right, guys. Thanks again, and look forward to posting our next war recap. Hopefully it's a happy one. So, clash on, guys.